Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms, bringing you all the exciting action of the Jaguar football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Cox Communications, Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, the Communities of Color Network for a Tobacco-Free Louisiana, McLean Financial Group, and Jerry Lane Buick and GMC.
Hello and welcome to the last episode of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. I'm glad you joined in today because we get to congratulate the SWAC Coach of the Year and the coach of the 2013 SWAC champion Southern University Jaguar football team. Coach, congratulations. Coach, talk about the emotions from starting from the bottom and now being at the top of the SWAC.
Well, I just, first of all, just take the opportunity to say how grateful I am to be a part of this football team and coaching these young men. They did an outstanding job all year, persevering, starting out 0-2, and these seniors get a chance who never had a winning season since they've been here, get a chance to go out not only with the winning season but with a SWAC championship. And I take my hat off to them because they endured the race, and it just goes to show you that if you put the work in, there is a reward at the finish line. And I commend them for being 2013 SWAC champs.
Well, there you hear it from the coach himself. Let's jump into highlights because we got plenty to show you from Houston, Texas, Reliant Stadium. Greg Pittman gets the scoring started for us, Coach, with a nice field goal from 41 out. That was a good omen.
Oh yeah, normally when he makes them, we win.
Then Dre Joseph comes back and hits Allen for 12. Then he comes back and hits his favorite guy, Lee Doss, for 27. Then Willie Quinn gets in on the act. And at this touchdown, Coach, Dre Joseph breaks the 70 career touchdown record at Southern with 71 touchdowns. He is now the career passing and touchdown leader.
Well, that's an outstanding accomplishment by Dre. But offensive line did a great job there, and it's good to have some receivers that can catch the football.
Jaguars set up on defense after we score, and there was a good hit fumble forced. Unfortunately, they get it back. Then Tommy Gooden rushes for 7, but it was a good hit by McDuffie. Again, a name we've called all season long, Coach. Great game by McDuffie. They fumble again, and this time Francho West comes up with it. Coach, your defense came out on fire.
Well, they had motivation. Those guys played hard all year. I think after the first game since we played Purview, only giving up about 21 points a game. So it was just great to see those guys continue to play with some excitement.
Had to show that quarterback hurry by Christian Allen. He got a nice tag on Clayton Moore, the J-State quarterback. But he comes right back and hits Zach Pendleton for 39 on a questionable catch, Coach. But they ruled it a catch.
Well, yeah, it looked like he hit the ground, but as long as your hands up under the football and you're able to maintain possession.
J-State gets on the clock with a 32-yard field goal, and Mr. Jaleel Richardson on an exciting return. Coach, second half of the year, Jaleel Richardson was a star for the Jaguars.
Well, excellent kickoff return guy. I was glad to see him back healthy.
Dre Joseph runs for 13. Dre sets up again and keeps the chains moving as he hits Menard, and then we get a field goal from 44 out. Coach, another good long one from Pittman to make the score 13-3.
But yeah, he did an outstanding job all day. Other than the one that he got blocked, I thought he kicked the ball well.
Moore to Gooden for 14. Then Moore comes back, hits Pendleton for 18. And then they get on the scoreboard for the first time with a touchdown as Moore hits McKenzie for 25, making the score at this juncture 13-10, Coach.
Well, yeah, you hate to give up points right before the half, but I think our guys settled down, came out in the second half, and we regrouped.
We talked about Jaleel Richardson, and here he is putting on a show. 10 seconds before halftime, I actually thought he was going to take this to the house if he had cut back outside, but he kept straight up the field. Yeah. And looks like if he had cut right, Coach, he would still been running in Houston, Texas.
Feel like he had a lane there. It would have been a nice way to end the first half.
That was the end of the first half. Jaguars up. When we come back, we'll look at the second half of the SWAC championship on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms.
Want to get here?
It's totally awesome.
How about here?
Wow.
Well, it all starts with a Black and Gold Saints scratch-off from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Enter our second chance drawings and you could win a 2013 Saints Game Day prize package, autographed Saints merchandise, or the fan experience of a lifetime.
It's just unbelievable. I'll never forget it.
Show your true colors with the Black and Gold Saints scratch-off from the lottery.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I sit close to the TV just so I can join the huddle. I know 38 mascots on a first-name basis, and I never miss a touchdown.
Ready for football? Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, and more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Score 50% off NFL Red Zone when you bundle.
I refuse to eat turnovers.
Cox is football!
When you fly with Baton Rouge Metro Airport, you'll see how we've been working hard to make things easier for you, like the closest parking of any airport in its class, faster check-in, friendly, easygoing people to help you on your way, shorter security lines, quality shops and vending, and a team committed to safe and efficient operations, so you can get back to what matters most to you. The next time you travel, keep it simple. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
A new dawn in Southern athletics approaches.
One measured by the relentless pursuit of academic excellence and athletic glory.
There's just one thing missing from our Jaguar Jamboree. You.
A Southern rebirth is firmly taking shape on the bluffs of the Mississippi.
But to propel the Jaguar Nation to new heights, we need you.
Because Southern deserves
a nation united.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms. Coach, second half, you're up 13-10. What do you tell your team coming out of halftime?
Well, basically, just keep your head up. We played a decent first half. As long as we don't turn the football over, let's take care of the three things we talk about. Winning turnovers, penalties, and the effort battle. Let's go out here 15 minutes away, man. 15 minutes away. That's how we broke it down to getting ourselves in position to win a championship. Well, when the second half started, we thought we were one half away from being the SWAC champions, but there was a surprise. So stay tuned for the surprise. Let's jump into the highlights from the second half of the SWAC championship. Dre Joseph, he had a great day throwing the ball, even though I thought he was a little off, Coach. He hit Doss here, but I thought he was a little off all day. I think he was a little off on his deep throws. On his deep throws? But intermediate to short, he did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, Dre gets sacked. We punt. The Tigers get the ball, and there was a good hit by King right there, Coach. Clayton Moore comes back, and great hit right there. Coach, your defense really did play lights out. Well, they had to. We knew that facing this football team, they were capable of putting up some big numbers, and we did a great job. I figured if we could stop the run, we'd definitely give ourselves a chance. Dre Joseph hits the speedster Willie Quinn once we get the ball back, but unfortunately, we fumble on this next play as Dre hits Coleman. Coleman gets near the goal line, and he jumps in the air like Herschel Walker used to do, Coach, and let it go. Well, yeah, you got to keep your feet on the ground, and I thought that right there would have gave us a definite advantage on the scoreboard, and unfortunately we come back, but defense steps up. Your defense was stout, Coach, as Omar Cook, textbook interception, picked off the ball at his highest point, gave the Jaguars the ball back, Coach. Well, just an outstanding day for those guys, and then we come back and, what you say, you can't keep getting 10 to football. He's going to make something happen. And Willie Quinn comes up with a nice touchdown catch as he leans back into the end zone. Pittman's good on the kick. The Tigers have the ball, and Gooden's rushing. It was a good stop by Balancier. Unfortunately, Moore gets on track with Zach Pendleton for a 28-yard touchdown right here, Coach. Yeah, that's a tough play there. You got to make the tackle. Scores 20-17 at this juncture.
And then Tillery's rushing the ball, and unfortunately he fumbles it, and the Jackson State Tigers are in the end zone again. A 14-point swing in a matter of about less than a minute, Coach.
Well, yeah, and that's why, you got to be big on your mindset, because right now the momentum has clearly shifted to Jackson State.
They're up 24-20 at this point. We punt after our possession, and then Molly gets a good defensive stop. Ultimately, they punt. Dre Joseph rushes for 12 to get us out of the deep part of our territory. Then he hits Doss for 14 to give us a little breathing room there, Coach. He comes back and he hits Menard for 8, which gives us a first down. Then he hits Quinn for 16. At this point, the Jaguars are clicking, Coach, as Dre ends up rushing for 13, and he ends up hitting Doss again. Keeping those chains moving was critical, Coach.
That's a 99-yard drive, and, it all because of number 10. He made plays with his arm. See him there making plays with his feet, just an outstanding drive by that young man.
Dre looked like Cam Newton right there, spinning and whirling and dervishing to get to the one. Coleman takes the 1-yard plunge, and then Pittman is good on the kick. Jaguars up 27-24 at this point, Coach.
Well, yeah, now it's a football game, so we get the ball back with about 4 minutes to go in the game. You hope that you could just go ahead and get a couple first downs and put the game away, but it's a reason why that team's in the championship also.
Virgil Williams gives us a good return. Unfortunately, our offense doesn't do much with it, and we punt, and then the Blue Tigers are back on the move as Moore hits Fosselman for 22. Moore's going to come back and rush for 15. Coach, I like this kid. He's a tough little quarterback. He took some shots, but he kept getting up.
Well, yeah, just the will to win, man. I think both teams play an extremely hard-fought football game, but we're very blessed to come out there with a W.
You saw Daniel Brown force a fumble, but J-State recovered. But then Christian Allen comes in on a big sack. Coach, you tried to ice the kicker, and he misses. Do you regret calling that timeout right there?
Well, nah, it's the percentages. I think you play the percentages, and, we practiced that, and you knew he was going to come back and make the second one.
He came back and made the second one to make the score 27-27 and send it into overtime. But your man, Anthony Balancier, with the big interception right there, Coach, that was huge.
Well, exactly. It's just seeing you stepping up and making plays.
Tillery gets the ball and rushes for 6. And then Pittman, who's been pretty good for us of late, gets his field goal attempt blocked, Coach, and we actually end up going into a second overtime.
Well, it's definitely somewhere we've been. I mean, you look at our track record for the season, we played overtime games, and, players got to step up there and make plays.
And there you talk about a playmaker. Dre hits Doss, his favorite receiver, for a gainer. He comes back, hits Doss again. Doss is trying to keep those chains moving. But more importantly, here's Doss for the big touchdown.
Oh, yes.
Actually, it was the winning points right here. Senior to senior, one of the most prolific scoring and passing duos in Southern history, Dre Joseph to Lee Doss, making the score 34-27. The defense again, stout, Coach, and this was just an unbelievable play as the J-State running back Gooden, all he had to do was be in the green of the football field, Coach, and it would have been a touchdown. It would have gone to a third overtime. Instead, he's standing on the white, and the Jaguars are victorious. And you see the SWAC championship trophy. You see the SWAC Coach of the Year. And, Coach, 34-27, unbelievable season.
Yeah, outstanding, man. Just happy for those young men. And, it's just an exciting way to end the season. Only one team in the conference can win the conference championship. And we're happy in 2013 that it's your Southern University Jaguars.
When we come back, we'll talk some more about the SWAC Championship on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odoms.
Did you know smoking and tobacco use damages nearly every organ in your body? Don't you think you deserve more than heart disease, lung disease, cancer? Stay away from the toxic chemicals of tobacco and smoking. Tobacco smoke hurts anyone who breathes it, including family and friends. Communities of Color Network supports a tobacco-free Louisiana.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
When you shop for health insurance, you'll find Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana everywhere.
No matter where you are, you're covered through and through. We got a blue for
Louisiana, we got you covered.
Lake Charles, North Brown, Chandelou, from Venice to Vidalia, BioWorld too. No matter where you are, you're covered through and through.
Every parish, every zip code.
We got a blue for you.
Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
All lanes lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. Coach, who are our Cox Players of the Week for the SWAC Championship game?
Offensively, it was our quarterback, Dre Joseph, outstanding game. Defensively, it was Anthony Balancer, who had 11 tackles. And special teams, it was the returner, Jaleel Richardson.
There you go. Well, Joe Dupree caught up with 4 seniors and a redshirt freshman after the game, and he filed this report.
Dre Joseph, man, you have set the record. Most yards, most touchdowns in Southern. How did it feel to win this game today?
It's a great feeling, you know. We worked hard for this starting in the spring, and our hard work paid off.
Man, such a great passing tangent, you and Doss. Now what can we expect after such a great game, SWAC champions, for my man Dre Joseph?
Whatever God has planned for me, that's what I'm going to do.
Any last word for the Jaguar Nation?
We won it.
You heard it right here from your quarterback, Dre Joseph, on the Jaguar Football Show. Over 100 yards, 1 touchdown, the game winner in overtime. How did it feel?
I mean, it felt great. That's what I told them guys at halftime, you know. I said, God had us not expand the lead for a reason. I said, God wanted the real true ballers to come out in the second half, you know. That's why I'm glad. I'm glad our defense stepped up too, because they had a lot to prove, you know. None of them guys, nobody on our defense went all SWAC or got any honors, you know. And I feel like you can't win a championship without a defense. That's why I'm glad those guys stepped up.
Tell the Jaguar Nation just what is it the feeling like to be SWAC champions?
I mean, you know, all those years that we had losing seasons, the reason we was successful this year because Coach Oldham, he changed our mindset. It's all about the mindset. The mind is key to playing. You know, they say it's 10% physical, but 90% mental. You know, Coach Oldham changed our mentality like that. He showed us that in the game, it's nothing but a little adversity. If you go overcome adversity, you go overcome anything. You know, adversity makes you a stronger person. And I'm glad, I appreciate him for that.
Any closing word for the grateful Jaguar Nation?
I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all support, you know. Come back and watch those guys like Willie Quinn, you know. I call him the little Wolverine. We got guys like Randall Menard, Kevin King. Y'all come back and watch, because those guys got a bright future here, man. They got a bright career going for themselves.
And there's going to be many more wins to come. You heard it right here first on the Jaguar Football Show. Man, how does it feel to be a SWAC champion?
It feels good. All the hard work finally paid off, because since I've been here as a freshman, like, we weren't used to winning, but by us getting the championship, man, I feel good. I just want to thank God for this opportunity right here.
Of course, a lot of people know the Southern Jaguars went from worst to first. You were a part of that. You made it clear. You've been here since your freshman year. You went through the bad times. Now it's the good times. Winning at the Bayou Classic. SWAC champions. Not only the champions of your division, but the whole SWAC. What can we expect in the future as you went out with a bang as a senior for you, Mr. Balancer?
Well, we showed the underclassmen like what they got to do to win. So they got the blueprint. All they got to do is follow it, because when I was coming up as a freshman, nobody showed us the blueprint until we became seniors. So we laid the blueprint down for the other class, but now they just got to follow it.
Now, Anthony, looking at the stats for the day, man, you were a beast. Over 10 tackles, the game-winning interception when it counted. How did it feel to play such a great game today?
I just give everything to God, because without him, I wouldn't be right here right now. But the coaches put me in the right position to make plays. As a senior and as a captain of the defense, I just had to step up. So that's what I did.
As you leave Southern, any closing words for the Jaguar Nation? Because they're very happy and hopeful and very thankful for you.
Go Jags, and I hope to be a coach here soon, probably about the next 5-10 years if I don't do nothing in the league. I do want to come back and coach for the Jaguars.
You heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show. We're here with Virgil Williams. Virgil had a great game as the Southern University Jaguars came out victorious in this SWAC championship, double overtime. Man, you played great. How did it feel with those returns that you made?
It felt great. You know, Coach just told me to stay with them. You know, I couldn't get some returns because they were kicking it away from me, but he told me, you know, when you get your chance, you just got to make the most of it. You know, that's what I tried to do.
Well, Virgil, it looked like the Dog Day defense returned to be stingy, stingy, stingy. And y'all showed up and showed out with interceptions, fumble returns, great defensive play. You were in the midst of all that. How did it feel?
It felt great. You know, we didn't have a single turnover the first time we played those guys, and they beat us 19-14. They beat us 2-0 in that turnover category last game, and that's what we preached all week coming up to this game. You know, just force turnovers.
Well, it was a great game. Now that you're leaving Southern, any closing words for the Jaguar Nation?
Look for the young guys to repeat. You know, they have a lot of good talent coming back, and I appreciate y'all for a good 4 years.
Indeed, you heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show. Todd, we have a Jaguar Show exclusive. Willie Quinn, the speedster. Man, was today not today for you, Willie Quinn, at this SWAC championship. I mean, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, you were shucking, jiving, moving, grooving. How does it feel with the Jaguar Nation, you being a redshirt first freshman in all of this?
It feels good because I've been Coach Odom been preaching, fight to the end. And that's what we've been doing this whole season, and everybody doubted us. And we came and proved it today. God is good.
Indeed, God is great. Man, as you as a redshirt freshman, we can expect a lot from Willie Quinn with the Jaguar Nation. So what can we see as the future looks bright for Willie Quinn and the Jaguars?
Every single year you're going to see a better me. A better me. God ain't blessed me with no height, but he blessed me with a bigger heart, lion-hearted.
And that's what you have had, speed, speed, speed. I saw a few times it looked like you pulled up because of your hamstring. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Well, that's great. Willie, we thank you. The Jaguar Nation is grateful, and you heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. When we come back, we'll wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show. Stay with us.
Want to get here?
It's totally awesome.
How about here?
Wow.
Well, it all starts with a black and gold Saints scratch-off from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Enter our second chance drawings and you could win a 2013 Saints Game Day prize package, autographed Saints merchandise, or the fan experience of a lifetime.
It's just unbelievable. I'll never forget it.
Show your true colors with the black and gold Saints scratch-off from the lottery.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I sit close to the TV just so I can join the huddle. I know 38 mascots on a first-name basis, and I never miss a touchdown.
Ready for football? Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, and more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Score 50% off NFL Red Zone when you bundle.
I refuse to eat turnovers.
Cox is football!
When you fly with Baton Rouge Metro Airport, you'll see how we've been working hard to make things easier for you, like the closest parking of any airport in its class, faster check-in, friendly, easygoing people to help you on your way, shorter security lines, quality shops and vending, and a team committed to safe and efficient operations, so you can get back to what matters most to you. The next time you travel, keep it simple. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
All right, Coach. All SWAC, Dre, co-offensive player of the year, Lee Doss, SWAC first team, and Anthony Mosley, offensive lineman, second team. No defensive players.
Well, you know, I just felt bad for those guys because I really thought we had some guys that had a tremendous year, but unfortunately, I think they'll take the SWAC championship instead.
All right. We're going to jump into another commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this year's edition of the Jaguar Football Show.
Did you know smoking and tobacco use damages nearly every organ in your body? Don't you think you deserve more than heart disease, lung disease, cancer? Stay away from the toxic chemicals of tobacco and smoking. Tobacco smoke hurts anyone who breathes it, including family and friends. Communities of Color Network supports a tobacco-free Louisiana.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
When you shop for health insurance, you'll find Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana everywhere.
No matter where you are, you're covered through and through. We got a blue for
Louisiana, we got you covered.
Lake Charles, North Brown, Changaloo, from Venice through Vidalia, by Oak Grove too. No matter where you are, you're covered through and through.
Every parish, every zip code.
We got a blue for you.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Coach, once again, congrats on being SWAC champs. And we always want to thank our sponsors. And we'll see you next year. And Coach, go Jags!